Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Clinton still, and I am here with a video to talk about how the world is run by pedos and lust. Just look at our government. Look at what they have been spending the past, month and a half almost, furiously trying to cover up. The signs are very apparent. What has happened? What's going on? We have a man who was supposedly committing suicide, who was running a pedo island, and then you have his accomplice who is sitting in a federal prison and now apparently is being transferred to a minimum security prison, and on top of that has been speaking to the same lawyer that Donald Trump has used. Conflict of interest. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are being shown that the world has been run by demonic influence. So now that we recognize that the world is being run by demonic influence, you have a choice. Do you want to keep running with the devil, being run by pedos and lust? Or do you want to reform yourself and become more righteous in God for his protection and his peace and his prosperity? And so another reason why I would record this video is because I was a victim of molestation when I was a child. And so I wanted to share my story a bit to give a bit of my context in terms of, again, me even being a girl dad, as to why me having concern about our country and world being run by pedos and lust should also be your concern as well. So I was raised in the church. I was raised Methodist, Christian, if you will. And I still am, a very, very campy Bible kid, So before I was personally introduced to sex, I was introduced to it by my god sister. Now, the story of how I was introduced to it was, she said, hey, let's play the game. And of course, she explained, under no circumstances can we share with other people what the game is, and then number two, we cannot do the game or play the game in front of other people, only just in private little areas where nobody else can see. So me being a Christian kid, I'm like, well, using my brain, if there's a game we have to play where we can't tell anybody that we're playing it, and on top of that we cannot play it in front of anybody else, that means it's obviously something we're not supposed to be doing. Now, at the time, again, being a very campy, Bible-thumping kid, I mean, every kid does bad things here and there. So the idea of playing a game and, getting away with it, without the adults knowing was, of course, obviously something as a kid that made sense to me. So there it goes. Now, unfortunately everything's a lesson, but what happened next was eventually I became uncomfortable with the idea of, hey, I'm going to church every week and I'm a Christian boy, and, my parents and my family and stuff, I'm playing this game and I'm not supposed to, right? So I share this with my sister. And so unfortunately, my sister had been being a victim of abuse from my mother, sexual abuse. And so she saw that as an opportunity because I'm her younger brother. She's like, well, I can perpetuate this cycle of abuse and now make him my victim. So whenever I catch, just using examples, guys, whenever I catch shit from, the person who's abusing me, I can then pass that down onto him and abuse him as well. And so that is the cycle of abuse and how it continues, and it's perpetrated. And of course, that also covers incest as well. But the reason, again, why I bring this up is because when you are run by the spirit of lust, as I just described how I was introduced to sex at, I want to say, I think I was 8 at that time, like 8 or 9. You start believing that you can do things in the dark that God cannot see. So yes, at the time, man did not see us. And of course, lots of people worldwide have sex. I mean, come on, let's be honest, right? But at the same time as now when you get into incest, molestation, and then pedophilia, those are all still things that God sees. And yes, you may have done your best to silence your victims. You may have done your best to try to hide your evidence of what you did. And the violence and the heinous acts that you continue to perpetuate. And again, just because you were a victim does not excuse you for continuing the cycle and making other people victims, because that's how cycles continue. We are here to end karmic cycles, and the best way to end karmic cycles is by putting your action and faith and heart where it belongs. So rather than me being a victim, I've decided to become somebody who hunts perpetrators. So again, that is spiritually. I don't need anybody getting all, fancy and, antsy in their legal pansies. What I mean is spiritually, God and I are coming for you. You're not safe walking this earth, spiritually speaking, because there's no space for pedophilia and lust, because as you can see, it is a demonic principality being used to conduct wickedness. And this is why it must be destroyed. We battle not against flesh and blood, meaning not against individual people. I don't have beef with individual people. So like I said, again, don't get all, antsy in your legal pantsy. I'm coming for the principality of pedophilia, incest, molestation, lust. Those are the principalities I'm coming for. And if you happen to be somebody who is helping to continue those principalities to continue into the next generation, again, as a girl dad, I must let you know I'm coming for people like you. All right, guys, y'all be blessed out here. I'll see y'all later. Peace.